encourage you to actively seek out and patronize those companies that are reflecting the environmentally friendly products in the market and those who have established a good track record of environmental performance.
We endorse Environment Minister Pernell Charles Jr.'s call as we get ready to implement Phase 3 of the ban on single-use plastics starting January 1, 2021. Let's all play our part to protect the environment by limiting our use of plastic products. Let's bring all reusable bags to the supermarket. Let's utilize paper or bamboo straws and bring our own reusable containers to our family gatherings or favorite restaurant. Let's all work together to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
An important message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. What to do if you think you have been exposed or are experiencing signs and symptoms of COVID-19? Immediately call 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683. In addition, you should stay at home. Don't go to work, school, or any public place. Do not use public transport, and avoid visitors to your home. You may need to do this for up to 14 days to reduce the spread of the infection. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, December 28. The nation's leaders are encouraging Jamaicans to not relent and continue uniting in the fight against COVID-19. During his Christmas Day message, Prime Minister Andrew Holness urged citizens not to become complacent, even as significant breakthroughs in treatment, testing, and vaccines give us hope and optimism.
Jamaica is a participating country in the global COVAX facility, under which we have equal access to vaccines once they are developed. We will not immediately have enough vaccines for every Jamaican to be immunized. We will therefore need to prioritize access through fair and transparent criteria to focus on frontline workers first and our most vulnerable populations. However, all Jamaicans who want the vaccine will be able to access it free of cost when it becomes widely available.
Governor General Sir Patrick Allen expressed condolence to persons who lost family members, friends, or acquaintances due to the virus, road accidents, murders, or natural causes, including flooding. He also stressed the need for unity.
For those who are still rebuilding their lives, I ask that neighbors, family, friends, and corporate Jamaica lend a helping hand as we continue to demonstrate that truly we are our brothers and sisters' keeper. I will always believe in the goodness of our people, and I encourage everyone to continue to believe in Jamaica, and despite the challenges, let us never give up.
Similar sentiments were shared by the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, who also thanked healthcare and other frontline workers for their unwavering dedication during the pandemic.
We admire and salute your dedication, compassion, courage, and commitment as you care for those who need it most, putting service above self. We thank you and your families for your tremendous sacrifice. Our nation owes you a special debt of gratitude.
The Ministry of Transport is working on establishing an air services agreement between Jamaica and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Portfolio Minister Robert Montague made the disclosure recently as he welcomed the island's first chartered flight from Nigeria.
There are visa requirements, and we are working through that because we're also working to complete our air services agreement and working through all the issues.
Minister Montague says he is confident that with the signing of an air services agreement between the two countries, it will ultimately eliminate the need for a visa. Jamaica welcomed the arrival of the first non-stop flight from Lagos, Nigeria at the Sangster International Airport last Monday, carrying approximately 140 passengers on board. 8 owners of micro-enterprises in Denham Town, Kingston have benefited from equipment valued at $2.8 million to help improve their businesses. The community entrepreneurs, which include cook shop operators, a dressmaker, a barber, and a rabbit farmer, were presented with stoves, freezers, a sewing machine, rag warmer, and other items. The support was provided under the Enterprise Development Project, which is being implemented by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund under the Integrated Community Development Project Phase 2. Local Government Minister and Member of Parliament for West Kingston, Desmond McKenzie, urged the beneficiaries to view the investment as one for the improvement of the entire community.
I want to urge you not just to think of the investment JSF is making in you as your investment alone. It is an investment for Denham Town.
Other communities that will receive support under the Enterprise Development Project include Greenwich Town and August Town in St. Andrew, Treadlight in Clarendon, and Anchovy, Salt Spring, and Mount Salem in St. James. The Victoria Jubilee Hospital has been provided with a breastfeeding room for mothers to nurse their babies in a private, calm, and relaxing environment. The facility, which has been outfitted with rocking chairs and a television, was established at a cost of $1.7 million through a donation from T. Geddes Grant Company in partnership with Huggies. It was opened recently by State Minister of Health and Wellness, Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn.
We know and we understand that breastfeeding is so important. It is actually the best nutrition any mother can give to a child, a newborn child, and up until at least a year. And so this is really fitting, and we are very grateful.
Considering COVID-19 requirements for social distancing, the facility can accommodate 5 mothers and their babies simultaneously.
Through our brand Huggies, we have an ongoing hospital program, and it's not just Kingston Public Hospital, Victoria Jubilee, we also have it island-wide, right? All 14 parishes, we have an ongoing hospital program. So this is just the birth of something bigger.
And finally, an additional 45 persons have been commissioned as Justices of the Peace, JPs, for the parish of St. James. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says the number reflects an increase in persons coming forward to become JPs.
I want to thank the 40-odd persons who have been commissioned this afternoon for volunteering to be of service to your community and to your parish and to Jamaica. I understand that you have maybe close to another 100 to commission the customers. I'm very happy that persons are coming forward to be a part of a noble vocation.
The Justice Minister says that there is a demand for JPs in the country, and he's imploring those already serving to encourage other persons of good repute to join the ranks. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
The Lupus Foundation of Jamaica is asking for your support this Christmas season in raising $500,000 through its Give a Care Gift campaign. The proceeds will provide gift or care packages to lupus warriors this holiday and further the impact of the foundation. Help the LFJ reach its goal. Be one of 555 persons to give 555 Jamaican dollars or $5 US. Make your tax-deductible contribution online via their website www.lupusfoundationjamaica.org or donate using the banking information provided. You can also visit the Lupus Foundation Learning Center at 7 Barbados Avenue, New Kingston. The Lupus Foundation of Jamaica is a member-based charitable organization run by volunteers dedicated to improving the outcomes and the lives of persons affected by lupus through information, support, advocacy, and research.
And the government will be implementing the ban January 1st, 2021, but will be affording a transition and review period of 6 months before fully effecting enforcement of the ban.
As we look forward to January 2021, let's look back at 2018, when the ban on plastics was originally announced.
The Earth is under attack, And unless we arrest this problem, we will be in serious trouble. The rapid growth of plastics is threatening the survival of the planet, from littering our beaches and landscape to clogging our landfills and poisoning and injuring marine life.
When the plastic makes its way out to sea, what tends to happen is it breaks up into little smaller pieces, but it doesn't disappear. It's still there in the marine environment, it's still there in the sea. The fish eat it, the marine animals eat it, and then it becomes a part of them. Plastic has become a part of our marine life. And then, of course, we as humans eat those fish. And then we have essentially ingested plastic. And there's all types of toxins and chemicals that are associated with plastic that you don't want in your body.
Earth Day 2018 is dedicated to stopping and reversing this trend through worldwide education to fundamentally change human attitude and behavior about plastics.
Plastic causes serious problems in our environment. Every piece of plastic that was ever produced on this earth still exists in some way, shape, or form. So we really need to do our part in reducing the amount of plastic that we produce. You don't need a plastic bag or a plastic container every single time you go to the supermarket. In terms of reusing, a lot of the time we get takeout or even things like margarine and those types of products. They come in plastic packaging that can be reused. So you can reuse those containers for other purposes after you're finished with them, rather than throwing them away.
If you walk down the street in your communities, across the length and breadth of the island, you will notice something that is most common. Plastic, plastic, and more plastic. It is the most littered item in our country and the world, burying the planet and our livelihoods under waste. The problem is mostly due to the unbiodegradable nature of plastic. Simply put, it does not rot, which means we are creating everlasting rubbish in huge and unsustainable amounts. But the good news is, you, all of us can fix this growing problem. Here's how.
The Jamaica Environment Trust, we have a recycling depot at our office at 123 Constant Spring Road, unit number 5. We're in the vicinity of Steelcraft Furniture Land, right off of Constant Spring Road. You can bring your plastics here. We take 2 types of plastic, type 1 and type 2. And the easiest way to identify what type of plastic you have is to look at the bottom of the bottle. So the clear plastic bottles, your soda bottles, your water bottles, these are your type 1 plastic. When you're talking about the more opaque bottles, the ones that you can't see through, right? Household cleaners, bulk syrup, those kind of bottles, that's the type 2 plastic. And we're one of several depots that are located mostly in Kingston, but there are a few outside of Kingston. All of this is really supported by Recycling Partners of Jamaica, so they are our big partner in this. Recycling Partners of Jamaica, of course, is a public and private sector partnership. So you have a lot of the distributors of products that are, found in these types of packaging, partnering with the government of Jamaica to facilitate recycling in Jamaica. We're open Monday to Saturday. The gate opens at about 8:30, 9 o'clock on these days, and we're closed by about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
So, the next time you decide to discard of your plastic, do it the correct way. Go for paper and other biodegradable materials when you can. And let's make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business in a sustainable way.
Hey there. So, did you know that plastic bags were introduced to supermarkets in 1977? The production of plastic bags are toxic to the environment, as the process involves the use of petroleum, natural gas, and other chemicals. 160,000 plastic bags are used globally every second, and 5 trillion are produced yearly. Side by side, they can encircle the world 7 times. Plastic degrades after 700 years and will only fully degrade in 1,000. This means that all the plastic that has ever been produced has not degraded. It remains toxic even after it breaks down. 13 million metric tons of plastic end up in the ocean every year, and at least 800 species worldwide are affected by marine debris, of which 80% is plastic and is mistaken for food by turtles, fish, and other marine life. Research has shown that fish caught for human consumption contain plastic nanoparticles. An average family will use 60 plastic bags on 4 visits to the supermarket, and only 1 to 3% are recycled worldwide. Play your part in advancing your welfare and that of the earth. Support the ban on plastic. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and get eco-friendly bags for you and your 1877.
The government's flagship program to protect the country's environment and reduce the effects of climate change has been on in earnest. Of the 3 million trees to be planted over a 3-year period, 320,000 ornamental wood and fruit tree seedlings have so far been planted. Let's get the details on this environmentally friendly project.
Climate change is real. We must address it in order to secure our future. Our children are depending on us.
And so the government has launched an initiative which will see a tree being planted for every Jamaican on the island. These 3 million trees will be planted over a 3-year period across the length and breadth of Jamaica land we love.
Planting trees, of course, is one of the ways in which Jamaica is taking deliberate, strategic, and decisive action to mitigate the effects of climate change.
The program will be managed by the Forestry Department with support from the European Union's Development Fund.
€1 million of the total amount will be specifically dedicated to reforestation and maintenance of degraded lands, with special attention to species that are indigenous to Jamaica.
Our aim is to improve the resilience of our coasts, hillsides, and plains, while also improving the beauty of our urban centers, major thoroughfares, parks, and the added effect of offsetting greenhouse gas emissions.
All the trees that we're planting over the next 3 years will be for nothing if we don't deal with the issue of the degradation of the forests. Ladies and gentlemen, if our forests are cut down without regard for sustainable forest management, we all know that our watersheds and our water supply challenges will worsen.
The 3 Million Trees initiative will focus on 3 main areas.
It would be one that protects our coast, including mangroves, one that does general forestation, one that includes urban forestation, and on the other side,
so we're going to have a national fruit tree planting program of 3 million fruit trees to be planted as well.
In addition to 1,000 Hope interns that will benefit under the program, employment opportunities will be provided for persons from communities adjacent to areas to be planted.
2 million timber seedlings will be planted on over 3,000 hectares of land managed by the Forestry Department. The department will distribute the remaining plants, a mixture of timber and ornamentals, to the public.
We want to get more of the private sector adopting hillsides. These are lands that we manage, that we want to just take charge and be responsible for the maintenance of all of that.
To ensure that the seedlings remain viable and transition into healthy forest, a mobile app using GPS technology is being finalized. This private-public sector partnership will see the monitoring and tracking of the plant's progress.
Because it's nice that we plant the trees today, we take a lot of pictures and everything. But what happened to those trees afterwards? So we really want everybody to ensure that the trees we plant today, we return to them, ensure that they are still growing, and check on the trees we planted last year.
We are taking a different approach with this project to ensure its success. Over the next 3 years, we will be rolling out different aspects of the initiative through public education campaigns focused on the preservation of the environment.
The challenge has been thrown out. Will you answer the call? Will you dedicate a portion of your land for planting trees? Will you adopt a hillside to stop landslides? Will you ensure that the trees you've planted are nurtured? We can do it. We should do it. We must do it.
It is hope that this action will ignite in every single Jamaican the understanding, the will and the commitment to play their part in securing Jamaica's environment and making Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, do business, and retire in paradise.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
Christmas may have passed, but gift giving is still in style. Watch as we share a formula for protection or gift to you.
Hi there, thanks for joining us. I know, like myself, some of you are working from home. As you can see, I've turned my dinner table into a makeshift office, and I always have my trusty hand sanitizer with me. It's finished, so we're going to make homemade hand sanitizer. We have a 4-ingredient hand sanitizer. The most important ingredient is alcohol, and it has to be 62% volume or above, and aloe vera, and we have vitamin E oil and an essential oil just to make it smell nice. So follow me into the kitchen. First things first is to turn our aloe vera leaf into aloe vera gel. It's not going to have the same consistency as the aloe vera gel that you'd buy in the store, but I trust this over store-bought because you don't know what they put in it. So first things first, wash it, and then we put it in our blender to smoothen it out. What we're aiming for is a 1/3 cup of aloe vera gel juice, and 2/3 cup of alcohol. We're doing it 2 to 1 because the most important ingredient is the alcohol. Now that we've blended our aloe vera, we're going to put 1/3 cup of the aloe. Wow, my measurement is on point, man. Whoa, just right. But as I said, the main and most important ingredient is this right here, the alcohol. We're going to use 2/3 cup of alcohol to 1/3 cup of the aloe vera. I have here my measuring cup and I'm going to pour 2/3 of the rubbing alcohol into the cup. And I'm going to add 1/3 of the aloe vera gel. For some persons, this will do, but for me, I want to add some vitamin E oil, so as to give a little more softness for the hands. So I'm going to put 2 to 3 drops of it because it's thick. As I said, this is optional, or you could use glycerin if you have it at home. Then the next one is the essential oil. I chose tangerine because I like that smell. And I'm going to add maybe 6 to 8 drops. And it's purely for cosmetic purposes. It doesn't add anything. As long as you have the rubbing alcohol, you should be good. Then I will just mix them together. In a clean container, after you mix the ingredients together, you pour Now that we've made our homemade hand sanitizer, the only thing left to do is to try it out. Very moisturizing. Wow. It's very strong too. Smells a lot like the alcohol with a tinge of the tangerine. So you can try it out right there in the comfort of your home.
That's all the time we have left here on this station. Be sure to join us again tomorrow for another information-packed show. We are available online at your leisure. There's our website, our YouTube channel, and our pages on all the major social media platforms. We also have a mobile app that's Android and iOS compatible. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.